Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Guess what? I have a problem solver right here. You've heard about Forscan, but have you heard of the Superchips Flashcal? If not, I'm going to tell you all about it, so stay tuned.
Buckle up, Buttercup!
What is one of the first things you do when you get a Bronco? Modify it, right? At least that's what I did. Obviously, if you've been following my journey since the very beginning, you know that I think it was about a couple weeks after I got the Bronco, I got wheels and tires and a lift kit and everything put on it. And I had so many people reach out like, hey, how did you recalibrate your speedometer? How did you do this? How did you do this? How did you do this? And I'm like, well, I'm gonna do this thing called Forscan. And then I made a video about Forscan, and that was really confusing. Plus, I had that annoying double honk that I hated. I hated the auto start stop, and I wanted to change things with the lights, to have the Bambi mode on with my fog lights and brights on. So there were so many things that I wanted to do, and the only option at that time was trying to get Forscan to work with it. Now, the thing about Forscan is, number one, you need a computer or you need a Windows operating system. If you have a MacBook, sorry, you're out of luck. Forscan's not going to work for you. Plus, you're going to have to buy the Forscan unit to plug into the OBD2 port, which is another added cost. Not only that, when you start to use Forscan, you got to apply for a license, wait a couple hours, and then you can go into it and start making these changes. Now, if you're like me, when you get the idea to change something, you want to start changing it right now, not wait a few hours. When you get into Forscan, it's rather intimidating. I mean, there's so many things that pop up, and there are so many things that could go wrong with Forscan. It was never my favorite thing. Also, when I released my Forscan video, I would get a lot of questions about, hey, I did all this stuff and now I'm getting all these errors, check 4x4, da-da-da-da-da. Same thing happened to me. We had to do a relearn. And then people would ask how to do a relearn, and it was just a complete, utter headache. And I'm like, there has got to be a better way. I was hoping that in the future, maybe there would be an easier way to do these modifications to your computer. And then this happened. I found this. This is awesome. This thing is so easy. I can do it. My kids can probably do it. You plug this into the OBD2 port and you have so many options that you can change inside the Bronco. Just to name a few, you can get rid of the double honk. You can get rid of auto start stop. You can recalibrate your speedometer and so many other things. I'm going to walk through and show you some of the options that this Flashcal does. And I really do think that if you have not done the Forscan thing, don't invest in that. This thing is far superior than Forscan, much easier to use. You don't need a computer. Get in the Bronco, hook this up, and I'm going to show you what this Flashcal can do. Before I get started, I just want to show you an unboxing of the product. Here's the box. In the back, it's going to tell you a few of the features that the Flashcal does for you. Open it up, and look at here. This is it. This is the goods. That's what I'm saying. This is all you need. You don't need a computer or anything. There's also a little pamphlet in here, and it looks like some badging as well. This is super easy, guys. You're just going to plug this into the OBD2 port right down here. I like the little Bronco on the screen. I think that's kind of cool. We got the menu up. I'm going to go ahead and mount this on my BYOD bar up here to show you the menu and go through all the options that the Flashcal offers. I'm going to show you the main menu. We have options, scan, and info. We're going to go to options first and press OK. So you want to make sure the ignition is on, but the engine is not on. Press OK. Okay, now here's your vehicle options. You have tire size, lighting options, TPMS adjustments, auto start stop, and other functions. So let's go back up to tire size. You just click OK, and then you can put in your tire size. I've already done this with Forscan. I'm not going to change anything right now with the tire size, but I am just going to show you the different menu options. Next, we have lighting options. We have fog lights, headlamps positioning, auto light delay, and then daytime running lights. So if you click on fog lights, you can enable or disable the fog lights. The headlamp position, you can modify headlamps, switch position to auto or last known for power on. Then we have the auto lights delay, adjust the amount of time to turn off the automatic lights after the ignition is off. So I don't know what it's set to right now, but you can change that time. Daytime running lights, you can enable or disable the daytime running lights. So that's it for lighting options. Now we have the TPMS adjustments. You can change the TPS settings. You can adjust just the front or just the rear, or you can turn the TPMS sensors off completely. That's pretty much what all three of these are, the different options. Next, we have the auto start stop. Do you want to enable it or disable it? Disable it! But I already have the auto start stop eliminator installed in my Bronco, so there's no need to do this. But at the time I did that, there was no Flashcal for the Bronco. That's why I'm saying this is going to save you so much money just with the auto start stop eliminator, the Forscan, all of that. This is just one-stop shop. I really like that. Okay, and then we have other functions. We have silent mode. Enable or disable vehicle silent mode for no lights or chimes when the vehicle door is opened. Honk warning. Enable or disable the double honk warning when the key fob leaves a parked idling vehicle. This is one of my pet peeves. I can't stand that. You can also disable that as well. You have the lock feedback light. Enable or disable light flashing when locking or unlocking the vehicle. So if you live in a neighborhood or an apartment complex and you don't, if you get home at weird hours and you don't want, the lights going off when you're locking or unlocking, you can change that. Then you have the auto unlock. Enable or disable automatically unlocking doors when ignition is switched to off and driver door opens. You have the auto lock. Enable or disable automatically locking doors when the vehicle is in motion. Auto relock. Enable or disable automatically relocking doors when vehicle is off and no door is opened. And then remote unlock. Modify staged unlock when using the key fob. Remote start duration. Okay, and then that's it for all other functions. Now we're going to go to the scan feature. Here you can read or clear codes from the engine control module. Here you have gauges. Now for you technician guys, this is something that you would like. For me, it's not something I would probably use very often. It's going to have gauges and everything where you can check your air intake temperature, your coolant temperature, fuel pressure, and things like that. For us everyday nobodies that aren't that techie, probably won't use that very much. And then here's battery voltage. Check your battery voltage. Pretty self-explanatory. The interface of the Superchips Flashcal really is so user-friendly. I recommend it so much more than Forscan. The Forscan thing is kind of a nightmare, and with relearns, I mean, you saw, this is just click, click, click. Very self-explanatory. You don't have to guess if you're clicking the right thing. Very easy to use. The best part is you can store this in your glove box. So if for some reason you're throwing a check engine light code, you can plug this in, figure out what the code is, go to AutoZone, dealership, whatever, get it fixed. But that's going to wrap it up for this video. Be sure to like and subscribe. Consider becoming a channel member, a patron, or leaving a super thanks at the end of this video. But until next time, guys, buckle up, Buttercup.